Welcome to Strange Stories from Africa. I'm your storyteller Kemunto, and today's story is from Burundi, Central Africa.
I was so shocked and scary, and it was like my heart was already gone. I can see I'm already dead. They said their agreement of their job, they are not key women and the children.
This story is about a woman that attended her own funeral. Yes, that's right. A woman attended her own funeral. Can you believe that? Well, before I tell you about this woman, her name is Noella Rukundo. I'm going to tell you a bit about Burundi. So Burundi was at war back in the 90s. And because of that, people started moving to other countries in fear of their lives. And Noella and her husband and 5 children got asylum in Melbourne, Australia. So in Melbourne, they lived happily. They did all their, family life. They had their family life, they worked. They had a nice life. But Noella's husband started being very jealous. He started having thoughts that his wife was having an affair. And this is because one day he saw Noella talking to another Burundi man outside their house late in the evening. So he assumed that his wife was having an affair. He started behaving very strange to Noella. And in that time, Noella had a bereavement in her family. She had to go back to Africa to attend a funeral of her family member that had died. When she was in Burundi, the day of the funeral, she, after the funeral got finished, she went back to her hotel where she was staying. And at some point, late in the night, her husband calls her and says to her, you must be really tired. Why not go outside and get some fresh air? And this is what Noella did. Because she said, no, I want to sleep. And her husband insisted, oh, no, I want you to go outside and get some fresh air. So Noella just, as people do, she decided to walk outside and get the fresh air. And when she got outside, immediately she opened the door. There was men outside there. They took her, blindfolded her, kidnapped her, and took her to a known location. See, at this time, nobody knows. Noella had left the funeral saying she was really tired. So nobody knows that she's been kidnapped. A few days went by. No one has seen her. Her brother called her husband in Melbourne and said, look, Noella has just disappeared. And the husband said, oh, no, she couldn't have disappeared. Maybe she's gone to sightsee somewhere. Or maybe she's gone to visit other friends. She will come back. At this point, the people who had kidnapped Noella, she was really shocked and she fainted. When she came back to, they said to her, they started having a conversation, and they said to her, what have you done to your husband to want you murdered? And she said, I don't know. And like they were talking, they saw that this woman is actually a nice woman. She has children. She's hardworking. They decided they won't kill her. But in that time, they called the husband and said to him, look, we have killed your wife, and it was really a hard thing to do. We want more money. So they are speaking on phone, on loudspeaker, and she can hear her husband on the other end of the phone talking and negotiating about increase of the money that has been paid. A lot of money was paid for her to be murdered. And like that, he accepted to pay $500 more for this task. So now she knows definitely that her husband wants her dead, but she actually didn't know why. She was asking herself, what has happened here? So a few days later, she goes back to Australia. I think a week or two later, she goes back to Australia. And she went back to her family and told them. She hid actually so that not so many people could see her, especially people from her husband's family. So she took her flight, went back to Melbourne. On the day she got to Melbourne is when they were organizing the funeral. So there's so many people gathered, all the Burundi people, all the Africans that knew this family had come for the funeral. So she went to this funeral, apparently her own funeral. So she went to her own funeral, and when she was there, people saw her and people were panicking. What's happening here? Is it a ghost or something? And she said to them, no, I'm not a ghost, I'm alive. I was not killed in Africa. I was not killed in Burundi. My husband actually organized for me to be killed, and the people were kind enough to let me be. They didn't kill me because they didn't see the reason or the need to kill me. So the husband started denying. But they called the people in Africa and they confirmed, yes, he had paid them for his wife to be murdered. So what happened? The police were called and this man was arrested. So this is such a really bad thing that happened, because yes, marriages do break. Sometimes people become jealous. Anything can happen in marriages or even in relationships. But what this man did that was really bad is the fact that he wanted his wife dead. Why could he do that? That's when he went on to say, I thought my wife was going to leave me. I thought she was going to go on with this other guy. We don't know. Chances are it's possible she was going to leave him for this other guy. We don't know. But Noella says she definitely didn't have an affair. She was happy in a marriage, and she was happy that to be in Melbourne in the first place. And she was happy with her marriage. There was nothing going on. It's just this man, her husband, who was having just bad thoughts about her and thinking that she was, having an affair. So the guy is still arrested in Melbourne, and Noella lives in Melbourne up till today with her 5 children. Life has not been easy for her because single mothers really struggle, and a single mother with 5 children is really complicated for her, but she's so happy to be alive, So that's the story for today. I hope you enjoyed this story, and please comment if you have something to say, and if that, please like and subscribe, because I have more stories to tell you. I have stories every Monday to tell you. So I am really looking forward to having many of you join my Facebook page, Strange Stories from Africa, my YouTube. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends, because I always have new topics to tell you. Thank you. I hope you have a nice week, and see you on next Monday. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Bye.